Test 1 2 1 2 1 2 test 1 2. Insert witty introduction here. What can I say? I'm running out of ideas. All that needs to be said is that you're listening to Hills FM Match Day with Liam Cook, and we welcome you to live exclusive coverage of this FA Vase fixture between Coventry United and Wednesfield right here at Sphinx Drive. Some fantastic non-league action coming your way. Where else would you want to be on a Saturday afternoon? Well, of course, you could be at the ground, that'd be a little bit better, but what can I say? We've got the hand that we're dealt with. Anyway, welcome to the show. Of course, it's going to be a fantastic game here at Sphinx Drive. Coventry United well and truly back in form. They've won their last 2 games after that little bit of a rut that they've been in recently, and they are ready to take on, well, I would say lower league opposition, Wednesfield, and that is in the FA Vase. They beat Racing Club Warwick, of course, in the last round. Coventry United by 3 goals to 1, thanks to that Ben Mackey hat-trick. And well, Wednesfield will, of course, prove a tough team to beat. They play their games in the West Midlands Regional Division 1, and they made a good start to the season as well. So it will certainly not be the easiest of matches today, but of course, we're keeping the faith that United can get the job done here at Sphinx Drive. Before we go any further, of course, we have to give a shout out to our sponsors at Graham the Plumbers Merchant, operating across the Midlands, supplying all of your bathroom heating and plumbing needs. Check out grahamplumbersmerchant.co.uk for store locations and the latest special offers. And also say you listen to the show as well, so you might get a special offer there. That's grahamplumbersmerchant.co.uk for store locations and the latest special offers. And of course, for the latest developments on anything to do with Coventry United, you can follow us on Twitter at MatchDayHills. That's at MatchDayHills. And don't forget to head to our Mixcloud page, which is mixcloud.com/HillsFM, to hear the exclusive interview with Coventry United co-chairman Pete Schofield about the extraordinary deal that sees Coventry United set to play their home matches at the Butts Park Arena next season. So make sure you head to mixcloud.com/HillsFM for that exclusive interview. See, BBC were asking for that for weeks, and we got it the first time of asking, so it can't be doing too bad, can we? Anyway, we've got some football to talk about right here on Hills FM Match Day. It's time to go through the starting lineups for today's teams, starting with our visitors of Wednesfield. In goal, we have number 1, Ben Holden, 2, Joshua Jones, 3, Andy Powell, 4, Scott Powell, 5, Alex Forshaw, number 6, Brad Coward, 7, Reese Mason, number 8, Kieran Whitaker, 9, Luke Yates, number 10, Harrison Barrett, and 11, Kieran Cook. On the bench, we have number 12, Ryan Mason, 13, Daniel Turton, 14, Carl Wainwright, 15, Luke Green, and 16, Lewis Gill. For Coventry United this afternoon, we have number 1, Rich Morris, 2, Rob Prinzel, 3, Tommy Glasgow, 4, Jean Decory, number 5, Callum Burgess, 6, Jamie Coleman, 7, he's back in the team, it's Kevin Thornton, he's back from injury. Number 8 is the skipper, Chris Cox, who of course was playing at centre-back last week. And number 9, Ben Mackey, 10, Kai Williams, and number 11, Mikael Beckley. The big news is there is no place in the starting lineup for Josh O'Grady. O'Grady will start the game on the bench. So here is the bench. Number 12, Gift Musa, 14, Josh O'Grady, 15, Pierre Moodham, 16, Adam Bilic, and a new face, under 21 forward, Keaton Francis Ballou. So I have to keep an eye on that young lad. Apparently comes out very highly rated from the Coventry United youth side. We have a score update from the Coventry United under 21s. And I can tell you that United drew 2-2 away at Highgate United. Goals from Ludford and Palmer. So congratulations, of course, to the youngsters of Coventry United. And, of course, we wish the very best of luck to the under-21s, Keaton Francis Ballou, who will be on the bench for today's match. Of course, we're not the only match happening around the grounds. A final score to bring you from the Premier League, and this will bring a smile to my face. Manchester United 4, Leicester City 1. So everyone knows my sporting lineage. Sadly, half of my family are Leicester fans. So there you go. I'm quite happy with that one. Let's take you through some of the Premier League action coming up. Bournemouth host Everton at the Vitality Stadium, if you will insist in using sponsor names. Liverpool host Hull City at Anfield. Middlesbrough are up against Tottenham. Stoke take on West Bromwich Albion. Sunderland have Crystal Palace. Swansea take on Manchester City. And the half-5 kickoff is Arsenal versus Chelsea. In the Championship, we have Brighton at home to Barnsley. Derby County take on another former Premier League regular in Blackburn Rovers. Fulham take on Bristol City. We have Leeds up against Ipswich Town. Norwich versus Burton. QPR host Birmingham City. Reading up against Huddersfield Town. Rotherham host Cardiff. Sheffield Wednesday take on Nottingham Forest at Hillsborough. Wolves versus Brentford. And the late kickoff, Aston Villa versus Newcastle United. On to League One now. AFC Wimbledon are up against Shrewsbury Town at the Cherry Red Records Stadium. Bolton versus Bradford City. It's the Phil Parkinson derby right there. Of course, Parkinson now the manager of Bolton. Used to manage Bradford. Bristol Rovers take on Port Vale. Bury are at home to Chesterfield. Fleetwood take on Milton Keynes. Here's the big one. Gillingham versus Coventry City. Can the Sky Blues get their first league win of the season? Millwall are taking on Rochdale, and yep, the cows are at home. So if you haven't listened to Hillsborough Match Day before, Farm Yard Animal Noises are a trait of our show. Northampton Town are taking on Southend. Oldham are up against Swindon Town. Oxford versus Charlton Athletic. Peterborough are at home to Walsall, and Scunthorpe will be up against Sheffield United. One result to bring you from League 2, Mansfield 0, Grimsby Town 1. To the 3 o'clock kickoffs now. Carlisle versus Wycombe Wanderers, who are the favourites to take the league home this season. Colchester up against Accrington Stanley. Who are they? Crewe Alexandra versus Blackpool in a battle of the relegated sides. Luton up against Doncaster Rovers. Morecambe at home to Crawley. Newport host Cambridge. Notts County take on Leyton Orient. Plymouth Argyle versus Hartlepool. Well, the trail's going to be Plymouth versus Hartlepool. Them Hartlepool fans will be absolutely knackered. Portsmouth are up against Barnet. Stevenage take on Exeter, and Yeovil Town host Cheltenham. So we're just 6 minutes away from kickoff here at Sphinx Drive as Coventry United are taking on Wednesfield. We can see the Red and Green Army coming down from the dressing room. And of course, as we said a few minutes ago, the big news is that Josh O'Grady does not start. He is in the team, but O'Grady has been dropped to the bench. A front three of Beckley, Mackey and Williams is the way to go today. Kevin Thornton back in the side as well after suffering a severely bruised ankle in the match against Bedworth a few weeks ago. Jamie Coleman has graced us with his presence again after being on holiday to celebrate his 30th birthday. Let's just hope he isn't feeling too lightheaded today. And of course, Rich Morris returns to the number 1 position after Joe Connor brilliantly came out of retirement and only conceded 1 goal against Starport Swifts last weekend, and that of course was a penalty, and United winning that game thanks to a double from Kai Williams. So goals certainly not the problem right now for Coventry United. Goals conceded, to be fair, is pretty good as well. They've scored 5 goals in the last 2 games, conceding just 2 in the process. So United are banging form right now. Will they be able to carry that form over to the FA Vase? As the substitutes make their way over to the dugout, Skiff Musa starting on the bench again. A frustrating time for Musa recently, reduced to bit part performances. He was going to be starting in the match on Tuesday night when United travelled to St Andrews. No, not that one. A social club in Leicester. But unfortunately, the match was postponed. We had a floodlight failure. Well, when I say failure, one of the floodlights was on fire. Basically, at the ground, over at Canal Street, I believe it is. Basically, the floodlights are on 2 systems. So one half has one switch and the other half has another switch. One of the floodlights set fire, which cut off half of the floodlights and that meant that we couldn't play the game. So we are expecting that if this match doesn't end in a draw, then the St Andrews game will take place this coming Tuesday. We are reliably told that if it's a draw today, then the FA Vase will take priority, and the replay between Wednesfield and Coventry will be on Tuesday night instead. But of course, the fixture list will depend on what happens here and now here at Coventry Sphinx as United manager Terry Anderson makes his way to the dugout in front of us. He's been a lot happier recently after a very frustrating spell for United. And they are back in form and they are looking to continue what has been a good few matches here today in the FA Vase, and here come the teams of Coventry United and Wednesfield. Live exclusive FA Vase action coming your way here on the Hills FM Match Day with Liam Cook. Once again, a mention to our sponsors at Graham the Plumbers Merchant. They operate across the Midlands, supplying all of your bathroom heating and plumbing needs. Check out grahamplumbersmerchant.co.uk, the store locations and the latest special offers. So let's take you through another run through of the starting lineups here at Sphinx Drive, kicking off with our visitors of Wednesfield. We have number 1, Ben Holden; 2, Joshua Jones; 3, Andy Powell; 4, Scott Powell; 5, Alex Forshaw; 6, Brad Coward; 7, Reese Mason; number 8, Kieran Whitaker; number 9, Luke Yates; 10, Harrison Barrett; and 11, Kieran Cook. On the bench, 12, Ryan Mason; 13, Daniel Turton; 14 is Kyle Wainwright; 15, Luke Green; and 16 is Lewis Gill. For Coventry United this afternoon, we have number 1, Rich Morris; 2, Rob Prinzel; 3, Tommy Glasgow; 4, Jean Decouri; 5, Callum Burgess; 6, Jamie Coleman; 7, Kevin Thornton; number 8, Chris Cox; 9, Ben Mackey; 10, Kai Williams; and 11, Mikael Beckley. On the bench, we have number 12, Gift Musa; 14, Josh O'Grady; 15, Pierre Mudim; 16, Alan Bilic; and 17, the under-21 forward, Keaton Francis Balu. United in their regular strip of red, white and green, the civic colours of the city of Coventry. And of course the city of Coventry, sporting-wise, is in turmoil recently with the news yesterday that Coventry City owners Sisu are planning to turn the grounds the club's Brighton training ground into houses. And they've also banned the city's main media outlet, the Coventry Telegraph, from their press conferences. So it's easy to say that Coventry City are in absolute turmoil recently. This is one club here at Coventry United that you can rely on to have a nice easy ride through the season. You don't have to wake up on a Monday and wonder if your club's still going to be there by the end of the week. Of course, we will keep you up to date with what's going on at Priestfield as Coventry City are away at Gillingham. Also, what's going on with Coventry RFC as well as they travel to Blackheath. And of course, the action around the grounds in the top 4 divisions as well. It is going to be Coventry United versus Wednesfield here at Sphinx Drive. A packed Sphinx Drive, I must say. The grandstand is absolutely chock-a-block.
Go on, United! Go on, Wednesfield!
And it is going to be Coventry United to kick things off. Ben Mackey, the former Coventry City striker, has the ball at his feet. And another former Sky Blues man in Kevin Thornton is going to be there to help him out. Thornton back in the side after suffering that ankle injury against Bedworth earlier in the month. Here we go. United getting ready to get things going here. Remember, if one of the kids are United, they will never be divided. Let's hope that United can bring win home this afternoon. Here we go. We are underway at Sphinx Drive, live coverage of Coventry United versus Wednesfield in the FA Vase. United kicking things off. Pass by Prinzel, takes a touch off the throw-in on this right-hand side. Beckley will leave it for Prinzel to take the throw. Prinzel back after serving a suspension for a red card. Thrown into the box, Mackey tries to turn his man, but it's booted away by Brad Coward. Decouri gets there first and takes it away from Yates, their top scorer. Coward tries to keep it in on the right-hand side, but will let it go for a United throw. Thornton looking to take this one quickly. Tommy Glasgow plays it back to Jamie Coleman under pressure. Back to Glasgow. Kieran Cook trying to put the United defender under pressure and does so beautifully. Coleman plays it back to Rich Morris, back in goal today. On a road trip to Scotland at the weekend. Boots the ball away, controlled by Ben Mackey, but it's pulled away by Kieran Whittaker. Cox misses with a challenge. Whittaker plays it back to Alex Forshaw. And the ball towards Yates, cut up well by Burgess, puts it over the defence, looking for Mackey. Mackey nods it over the defender. Joshua Jones able to head it back to the goalkeeper, claims of pass back. It's been headed out for a Coventry United throw. Glasgow finds Jean de Corey under pressure from Barrett, but finds Glasgow. Crossing opportunity now for Glasgow. Puts it through. It's Kai Williams. And his cross only finds Joshua Jones, who hoofs it away to the chest of Luke Yates. Whittaker's attempted pass blocked. Yates puts it onto the left-hand side. Prinzel intercepts. Now Mikael Beckley, his third appearance for Coventry United since moving from Kozel, but United have lost the ball. Cook trying to keep away from Decory on the left-hand side. He's got Prinzel in front of him, and Prinzel doesn't have to shrug him off. But a 1-2 there with Barrett. And Cook with a cross opportunity on the left-hand side. And a head towards goal, just wide. What a chance for Wednesfield. Brilliant opportunity there. I think it was Brad Coward at the far post, but nodding it wide across the face of goal. Disappointing for Wednesfield. A cracking opportunity inside the first 2 minutes. It's good early signs from the visitors. Rob Prinzel plays it down the right hand side. Mackey sprinting to try and get onto that one. Holden on a mix up there in the defence. Holden and Forshaw. United have got the ball back on the left hand side. Holden tried to clear it, but Forshaw blocked his own goalkeeper's pass. And Decory tries to put it onto the right side, but skews his pass horribly wide. Prinzel into the centre. Ben Mackey misses the header, but Thornton tries to get on the end of that one. And Thornton wins the ball back from Mason, and Reece Mason trips Thornton in the corner, and United had themselves a free kick. And Thornton trying a goal, blocked well from Bennett. Beckley. Good work there from Mason to dispossess the United man, but head back into his defence by Yates. Hoofed away by Jones. Burgess nods it forward, looking for Cox. But Jones will clear that one once again. Cook puts it through the middle. He's looking for Yates, but goes straight back to the goalkeeper, Richard. Old Trafford, though, where Manchester United thrashed champions, a hat-trick, maybe even 4 goals. And another ball is called for by the referee. If you're wondering how the Coventry United under-21s got on earlier, we did tell you the score from that game a little bit earlier on in the game. If you missed it though, Coventry United under-21s drew 2-2 at Highgate United. Goals from Ludford and Palmer in that match. Holden's goal kick goes straight out for a Coventry United throw on the halfway line on their left wing. Aki, Thornton tries to put it back on the right with Rob Prinzel and finds him. Prinzel looking for Beckley. Beckley didn't move. A miscommunication there between the United players. Decory able to win the ball back from Yates. Mackey looking for Williams with an ambitious ball onto the left hand side. Williams will not keep that one in, and it will be a Wednesfield throw. Jones hoofs that one away. Whittaker plays it onto the left hand side with Reece Mason forced Back into his box, so as Beckley puts him under pressure. Where's he going to go here? Beckley trying to win the ball back. It may well go out for a corner, and it has done. Cracking work from Mikael Beckley, forcing Reece Mason from the edge of his box all the way out for a corner. And a quick corner now between Beckley and Thornton. Here is Beckley. Thornton. Back to Beckley, offside. United trying to be too cheeky there. It was a good idea. Of course, the offside flag was raised. No score yet from the game between Blackheath and Coventry Rugby Club. And it's the same scenario between Coventry City and Gillingham over at Priestfield. And we've just got a score update from Bedworth United. Bedworth lead by 1-0 at Kids Grove Athletic. Jordan Archer scoring the goal for the Greenbacks. Powell with possession on the right, in the box, and a long ball over to Brad Coward on the right hand side. Keeps the ball away from Glasgow. The cross goes all the way through and should be dealt with easily by Prinzo, who hoofs that one away. Thornton and Powell both going for the ball. Ball bounces. Cox gets his head to it, but it will come to Scott Powell. He plays it back to Reece Mason, and this time he takes no chances. Plays it back to the goalkeeper Ben Holden. And the number one hoofs that one away. It's gone over Glasgow and it's gone over Coward as well, but a free kick given against Coward for a push on Glasgow. Kai Williams. Lovely bit of trickery there from Williams. Cross goal tune now, he's under pressure from Harrison Barrett. Goal kick given. Williams not happy as he was forced to the ground by Barrett. So the referee says it's just a goal kick. And a couple of goals saved out from the Premier League. Middlesbrough 0, Spurs 1. And Swansea 0, Manchester City 1. Goal from League 1 as well. AFC Wimbledon lead Shrewsbury by 1-0. Colchester have taken the lead against Accrington Stanley. That's 1-0 there. And a goal from Yeovil. It's Yeovil 1, Cheltenham 0. It remains scoreless between Gillingham and Coventry at Priestfield. Also another goal from League 1. Milton Keynes Dons lead Fleetwood by 1-0. Here's Jean Decory striding into the centre circle. Lays it off to Kevin Thornton. Forward ball towards Beckley. Cut out well by Reece Mason. Burgess heads it onto the left-hand side. Beckley takes advantage of a slip from Mason. He's looking for some support now. Tries to put it through for Thornton. Well cut out by Scott Powell and puts it down the left-hand wing. Looking for the top scorer, Luke Yates. That ball ain't coming back for a while. Burgess hoofs that one away. Nearly hits the commentator on the head. That was a clearance and a half. A new ball is required. The throw will be taken by Reece Mason. Yates. And the control lets him down. It's intercepted by Kevin Thornton. Glasgow will clear his lines, puts it onto the left-hand wing, looking for Kai Williams. And he takes it away from Andy Powell, but Powell catches Williams on the way through, and it will be a Coventry United free kick just inside Wednesfield's half. And also, we just got a full-time score from Coventry United Ladies Football Club. It's Coventry United give away a free kick on the edge of the box. Or the Wednesfield box, I must say. The final score from the Coventry United Ladies Football Club under 15s is Coventry United 4, Leafield 0. Thornton intercepts. Puts the ball through for Kevin Thornton. Mackie wants it on the edge of the area. Cox, good pressure from Wednesfield to bring the ball away. Cox running into the back of Kieran Whittaker. Yates. Cook. Barrett running down the left-hand wing. He's put into the area looking for Yates. Yates heads it towards the back of goal, towards Brad Coward, but it goes all the way out for a throw-in to Coventry United. Another promising attack falls to nothing. So 10 minutes gone. Here at Sphinx Drive in the FA Vase match between Coventry United and Wednesfield. Score Coventry 0, Wednesfield 0. The winner of this match will go on to face Coventry Copswood in the next round. Thornton's clearance looking for Beckley. Beckley will get on to the end of that one ahead of Mason. It's headed away by the goalkeeper just in time. The Wednesfield number 1, Ben Holden, coming out and headering that one away from Mikael Beckley. Luckily there was no one else around. It was a risky method, but it worked. Coleman's attempted clearance only finds Kieran Cook, but he slides in on Luke Yates and takes the ball away for a throw. You've got to say the last few minutes, Wednesfield have done well in their attacking exploits, looking to get themselves on the score sheet first. Kieran Cook puts it into the penalty area and it's laid off, and Cook puts it across goal and puts it into the net, but it's ruled out for offside. A 1-2 there between Cook and Yates. With a return ball from Yates, saw Cook in an offside position, although he did put it into the net. The goal will not count, and United have already restarted with Glasgow at left back. Now Kai Williams. It's passed towards Mackie, easily cut out by Scott Powell. Colwyn gets the ball away, but it's kept in by Scott Powell. Yates, back to Powell. Into the centre now with Kieran Whittaker. He's looking for Mason on the left-hand side and will find Mason. He's got Prinzel for company. It's been forced into the left corner, but he's got past Prinzel, and the cross is put in, head away at the near post there by Callum Burgess, and it's out for a Wednesfield throw. United have lost the ball as they try and bring it away from danger. Harrison Barrett. And now a chance to have a Cook, and Burgess just able to nick the ball away from the Wednesfield attacker as he made his way into the penalty area. Here's Andy Powell, and Williams takes it away, and Williams is tripped by Joshua Jones. He would have been through. You wouldn't have been seeing him for a while. He got past that challenge. But Powell taking the legs from Williams on the halfway line. It will be a Coventry United free kick. And Glasgow will take it and takes a short one to Kevin Thornton, who's in support on the left-hand side. 1-2. It's Glasgow again. Kai Williams' control wasn't there, and he's given the ball straight back to Kieran Cook. And Williams tries to win the ball back, but doesn't do so legally. And a quick free kick taken as Andy Powell finds Kieran Whittaker, puts it through for Yates. Surrounded by red shirts, Decory makes the challenge. Mason tries to win it back, but Decory still comes away with the ball. Beckley's on the right-hand side in support. He takes it around Yates. Now it's Ben Mackie. The challenge from behind there from Alex Forshaw. Coward. The forced player back in defence with Andy Powell. Attempted challenge from Kai Williams comes to nothing. Decory can't take the ball away from Whittaker. Whittaker puts it onto the left-hand side now, and that's another offside against Harrison Barrett. 15 minutes gone, remains 0-0. And another goal from Bedford United. They lead by 2-0. Goal from Elliot Parrott for the Greenbacks. So first it was Archer. Now Parrott makes it 2-0 to Bedford against Kidsgrove. Kevin Thornton picks it up in the centre. Williams lays it off to Thornton once again. Mackie now onto the left with Tommy Glasgow. Under pressure from Andy Powell. Finds Kai Williams. Williams looking for an option now. Puts it into the penalty area. Ben Mackie's control lets him down. It's come to Whittaker. With the return ball to Mason. Nearly found Beckley. And now Barrett's got to try and get this one away. Here's Kieran Cook. Cook's got plenty of space in the centre and puts it onto the right hand side. He was looking for Andy Powell. Well cut out. by Tommy Glasgow. Tried to put it through now for Ben Mackey. Mackey, he took it away from Forshaw, but the goalkeeper able to hang on to the loose ball. United starting to get themselves into the game now, and a free kick given against Harrison Barrett for a bit of shirt pulling, I believe, on Jean de Coury. Onto the right hand side, looking for Beckley, and a good side challenge there from Reece Mason, throw in Coventry United. And another goal from the Premier League, Swansea 1, Manchester City 1, so the Swans have equalised. And the goal at Anfield, Liverpool 1, Hull City 0. Throwing comes to nothing, it's cleared by Whittaker. Tries to put it down the left hand side for Yates, well cut out there by Callum Burgess. So a few goals from the league. We'll tell you about that when the ball next goes out of play, but Wednesfield on the attack now. Scott Powell's ball, looking for his namesake Andy Powell. Powell tries to put it through for Cook. It's well blocked from Glasgow and cleared by Chris Cox, out for a throw-in. On the right hand side, good attacking opportunity now for Wednesfield. The Brighton lead Barnsley by 1-0. Bristol in front at Fulham. Of course, Wimbledon leading Shrewsbury United there was to play the ball out of danger. The ball to the right hand side now. Mikael Beckley just on the edge of the penalty area. Thornton's with him. And he puts the ball through for Kevin Thornton into the penalty area now. Kevin Thornton brings it around Mason, but a good challenge from Jones before Thornton could make an attempt at goal. Yates tries to find Cook. Good chest control from Burgess. Punts it forward once again. Williams is offside and won't be able to touch the ball, but Beckley isn't. Mason puts it down line towards Yates. Yates picks up the ball and now Jones. Forward towards Cook. Nodded forward by Burgess. Beckley takes it around Jones. Good chest control. Beckley crosses blocked by Jones. Can he bring it away from the captain? Yes, he can. Just about. Keeps it in. But Jones comes away with the ball and Beckley hangs on to skipper, and that's a free kick to Wednesfield. Probably the most fruitful of opening periods for Coventry United so far, or for Wednesfield. We haven't really had a shot on goal so far. I've seen the ball end up in the net. That was, of course, ruled out for offside when Kieran Cook was in an offside position before tucking the ball into the far corner. Kyle Williams clears the ball as Barrett tries to make some inroads. Now, I believe it was offside given against Ben Mackey. United tried to play a long ball forward. Once again, you're listening to Hills FM Matchday with Liam Cook, live coverage of this FA Vase match between Coventry United and Wednesfield. Score is still 0-0 after 20 minutes. A few goals from League One to say about. Walsall leading at Peterborough, Swindon 1-0 up at Oldham. It's 2-1 to Millwall against Rochdale. But still no goals from Priestfield, where Coventry City are drawing 0-0 with Gillingham. Sky Blues still looking for their first win of the season in the league. Thornton plays it forward for United, flicked on by Mackey towards Mikael Beckley. Lovely football here. Williams wants it, and Mackey's free on the left hand side. Should have got to be 1-0 for Coventry United. Poor finish from Mackey, straight into the chest of Ben Holden. Mackey had acres of space. All he had to do was put it to one of the sides of the goalkeeper, but he put it straight at him. Great chance wasted for the Red and Greens. Of course, Mackey's been so clinical recently. That hat-trick in his first first competitive game for the Red and Greens against Racing Club Warwick. Did break forward again with Chris Cox striding towards the box. May try a long one here, and that's gone a mile over the crossbar. You got to try him from there, but that was a touch ambitious from the skipper, who celebrated his birthday on Tuesday.
Come on, United! Come on, United, liven up!
Holden takes the goal kick. Ndukuri heads it back towards Jamie Coleman. I think Coleman's taking a blow to the face there. Maybe an elbow from Kieran Cook. Seems okay, he's back to his feet. Kyle Williams with the ball on the left-hand side. United look to break. It's cut out well by Andy Powell. But Chris Cox intercepts well. And tries to put it onto the right-hand side with Beckley. It's cut out. But Cox wins it back again. Regaining the ball from Barrett. But Barrett gets stuck in there and brings the ball back to Wednesfield. An attempted through ball for Yates. Goes straight back to Rich Morris. Wednesfield all in white today. United, of course, in their red and green strip. Let's go into the centre with Jean Ndukuri on the halfway line. Thornton looking for some options now. He's got Beckley in space on the right-hand side. Lofted ball will find Beckley. Good control. And he takes it away from Mason beautifully and cuts in for Ben Mackey. K turns around. Ben Mackey! Beautiful football! Coventry United take a well-deserved advantage. And Ben Mackey gets his first home goal for Coventry United. And you've got to give a lot of plaudits there to Kevin Thornton for a cracking ball onto the right hand side, finding Beckley, turning his man, puts it into the penalty area. Mackey turns the defender and puts it home into the near corner. Cracking goal, great move from Coventry United. It's United 1, Wednesfield 0. Wednesfield trying to get themselves immediately back on level terms. It's fired high and wide after a ball into the box. Rich Morris will take this goal kick. So United lead by 1-0 and a goal from Priestfield. It gets better. Coventry United lead Gillingham by 1-0. And it's the first Sky Blues goal for Kyle Reid. It gets better for Coventry fans. Fans of Coventry Sport. And Williams' cross goes out for a goal kick. Of course, Coventry City have not had the best 24 hours. News came out yesterday that Sisu are planning to sell the Brighton training ground for housing. Just when you thought it couldn't get more farcical, it goes a whole other scale. But at least on the pitch, United are finally getting back to normal. Kyle Reid with a volleyed goal into the bottom corner from the edge of the area. So as United go 1-0 up through Ben Mackey, a former Sky Blue striker, City have gone 1-0 up themselves. So fans of local sport will be happy now, for a while at least, until Monday morning hits and another awful headline will pop up in the Coventry Telegraph. Or will it, seeing as the Telegraph has now been banned from talking to Coventry City's personnel. Kevin Thornton, through ball from Tommy Glasgow, crossing opportunity from the left-hand side, brings it away from Powell, crosses put in towards Mackey. And now here's Chris Cox, volleyed attempt on the edge of the area, goes over the crossbar. Is heard away from the goal by Alex Forshaw, but only found the skipper on the edge of the penalty area. Decent attempt from Cox, but couldn't keep it down. From what I'm hearing from the Coventry City fans, apparently the front three are playing very well at Priestfield. Of course, City have not won at Gillingham for a while. Certainly not my favourite away stand. It's basically scaffolding and seats, so no, I'd rather be today. Coleman heads it forward and will go out for a Wednesfield throw. Some more goals to say about from the Premier League. Bournemouth lead Everton by 1-0. Of course, Liverpool in front against Hull. Thornton tries to put one forward for United, couldn't find Beckley. Middlesbrough 0, Spurs 2, Stoke 0, West Brom 0, Sunderland 0, Crystal Palace 0, and Swansea 1, Manchester City 1. Reece Mason puts through Barrett. Corey shepherds the ball away and wins United a free kick inside their own half. Good defensive work from Jean Ndukuri. So just over 25 minutes gone here at Sphinx Drive. Coventry United 1, Wednesfield 0. been a good start to the season for Wednesfield. In their 8 league games, they've won 5, drawn 1 and lost 2. Coward, Jones and Mason appeared in all the games this season. But they are no strangers to scoring. United maybe won the lot, but Wednesfield have scored 21 goals this season in just 8 league matches. So they'll have to be careful as we head into the latter stages of this first half. Cross is put in and punched away from Morris, but it was offside anyway. Cross from the right hand side. I believe that was Andy Powell, who was going towards the head of Kieran Cook, but the referee assistant raising his flag on the far side. And in answer to a tweet from Pete Reynolds, are the cows in the shed today? I'll let you be the judge of that. There you go. In answer to your question, yes, Pete, the cows are in the shed. And thankfully, the ball's been in the goal as well today. Let's try and get you a score update from the match between Blackheath and Coventry Rugby Club if we can. Doesn't seem to have been any updates, I'm afraid, from that game. I will try and bring some updates from that match. There's nothing on the Coventry RFC Twitter feed. We'll check the Blackheath one. And yes, we have got a score update now from the game between Blackheath and Coventry Rugby Club. Coventry losing by 12 points to 5. And a try from Chris Knight in the last 2 minutes. A conversion missed. In fact, it's been 2 tries for Chris Knight actually. Knight scoring twice for Blackheath United with a single try to their name. And a free kick there for Coventry United as Williams was a challenge on Williams by Andy Powell. United not too happy with that one. And it will be a United free kick. So around 15 yards into the Wednesfield half. The second goal would do United nicely, a nice bit of a nice little cushion as we are 15 minutes away from half-time, still 1-0 to the Red and Greens. Short free kick taken by Thornton. Glasgow. Forward to Kai Williams, and Williams now crossing opportunity. Kai Williams puts the ball across the goal, and that will go out for a goal kick. And yeah, we've got a goal. We've got a goal from Priestfield. We've got a goal from Priestfield, and it's 1-1. Max Amer, the former QPR defender, has headed home after a long throw from Ryan Jackson. Gillingham 1, Coventry City 1. Max Amer with the goal. Of course, Coventry RFC losing 12-5 at Blackheath as well. So by my reckoning, that makes Coventry United the only local team to be winning right now. I don't know how Sphinx are doing though. I have to check how Sphinx are doing. And a ball by Williams onto the left-hand side towards Thornton has been called offside by the linesman on this near side. And a score update from Coventry Sphinx. And we can say that United are not the only team winning today, as Coventry Sphinx are leading Shawbury by 1-0 in the FA Vase. Goal from Chris Johnston. Thankfully, if they do turn the floodlights off, it won't make much of a difference today. So, if I can get my words out. And a free kick given to Coventry United inside their own half. And Jamie Coleman to... Well, he's going to let Rich Morris take the kick now.
Find some other way anyway, Liam. Find some other way.
Morris takes the kick. Tries to find Ben Mackey in the penalty area. Mackey will keep that one in, but can only put it out for a throw-in. Kick a little bit too powerful from Morris. Here's Whittaker, plays it back to Joshua Jones, striding away from his box. Plenty of space on the left-hand side. Decory comes across to try and stop the run. The forward pass by Jones was cut out well from Beckley, but Decory loses the ball. And here's Kieran Cook. Decory pushes the winger off the ball. Mackey can't control the long pass. Here's Reece Mason under pressure from the United skipper, Chris Cox. Mason plays it back to Josh Jones. Back to Mason on the left. Kieran Cook. Good pressure from Thornton allows Prinzel to nip the ball away. A long ball forward. Here's Ben Mackey. He's got Forshaw of a company, but Forshaw has got to be careful here. He has brought Mackey down with the foul not given. Mackey's still on the ground. There's a good opportunity for United, but he couldn't get away from the big number 5. And Ben Mackey is still on the ground. Wednesfield still going here, and they're taking the ball all the way up to the other side of the pitch. Crossing opportunity now for Harrison Barrett. He's got Cook in the centre, but lays it off to Whittaker. Still looking for a way to get the ball into the box. Here's Barrett. Yates. Forced away from the goal by Glasgow. Jones. Forced back into the centre circle now. He's got an option on the right-hand side in Harrison Barrett and finds Barrett. Options in the centre include Coward. It's headed away by Colwyn as the attempted cross towards Coward, but just fell a little bit short. Well, thankfully Mackey's back on his feet. Doesn't look too worse for wear. Ball played back to the goalkeeper, Rich Morris, who'll get that one away from his box. And another goal from the game between, the game for Bedworth United. Bedworth now 3-0 up in their game. 25-yard screamer from John O'Gould. So Bedworth absolutely flying in their match, 3-0 up after just 35 minutes against Kidsgrove. Of course, Coventry United here at Sphinx Drive leading Wednesfield by 1-0. Thanks to a strike from Ben Mackey. Williams takes the ball away from Powell. Now Decory in the centre. And now Kevin Thornton, forward ball to Mackey. Troll lets him down, but Mackey brings it away. Handball claims by Whittaker, waved away. Here comes Thornton, keeps the ball away from Yates. Plays it back to Callum Burgess, now to look to regroup from the back. Burgess lays it up to his centre-back partner, Jamie Coleman. Coleman, forward ball looking for Powell. Here's now Scott Powell, who's got the ball. Left the ball over, looking for Yates, and that will go to Prinzel, who nods it back to Rich Morris.
Come on, United!
Beckley battling with Mason down the right-hand side. Still going, Mikael Beckley. Can he get past Mason? He's lost the ball on the edge of the area, but Thornton takes it away from Mason. Now Kevin Thornton, and he's pushed to the ground by Jones. Referee says no. I think the ball had already gone. But the referee could have chose to point to the spot. He decided not to. Deciding that Thornton went down a little bit too easy there. There was certainly a push from Joshua Jones. The referee obviously deciding that either Thornton went down too easily or the ball was already gone. And lucky there for Coventry United. Thornton tries to bring the ball back, and he does. Here's Decory. Prinzel. Lofted ball looking for Beckley. Jones will head it out. I'll tell you something, United manager Terry Hansen will be ecstatic to hear this scoreline. Liverpool 3, Hull City 0. After their fantastic start to the season, Hull are heading back to earth with a big old bump. Now from the Reds of Liverpool to the Reds of Coventry as Jamie Coleman gets set for one of his now signature long throws. There it goes, like a rocket onto the head of Chris Cox, and the goalkeeper misses that one. Looked like he had it under control, tried to catch it, but he flapped at it instead. Cox couldn't guide it in. Has been played away now from the Wednesfield defence, but it's come back to United just inside their own half with Tommy Glasgow. Ball down the left-hand side, Ben Mackey on his own. Tries to play it back to Decory. It's taken away by Kieran Whittaker. A 1-2 with Cook. Whittaker's away here on the right-hand side. Could play a long ball for Yates, chooses not to. Making a stride down the right-hand side. Coleman tries to cover him off. He's still going. Kieran Whittaker tries to square it for Cook, who slips and enables Kevin Thornton to bring it away. Glasgow makes the clearance. Good chest control from Mackey. Back to Decory. He lets that one go for Coleman. Plenty of time now for United. Plays it forward to Decory. Once again, Decory's pass was not what was intended, I'm sure. And now Reece Mason beating Prinzel down the left-hand side. Beckley's with him, trying to stop this Wednesfield attack. He's been forced into the left corner. What's the linesman's decision? It's a throw into Coventry United right inside the corner of the pitch. Over 5 minutes to go. United, 5 minutes of the first half to go, I should say. United still lead by 1-0. Wasps also lead their match. Just get the latest score from the Wasps game. They are leading by 10 points to 5 against the Northampton Saints. So it's Northampton 5, Wasps 10 at Franklin Gardens. Coventry City still drawing 1-1 with Gillingham taking the lead at Priestfield. It's 1-1 there. Coventry RFC losing against Blackheath. Coventry Sphinx 1-0 up against Shawbury. Bedworth 3-0 up against Kidsgrove. And of course Coventry United up by 1-0 against Wednesfield. We are just 5 minutes away. It's got Coward on the right hand side. It's played forward by Scott Powell. Decory brings it away from Cook, forward ball. It was Luke, keeps that one away from Barrett as Wednesfield try and win it back. But now with space on the right hand side where is Mikael Beckley. He's got acres of space as Powell comes across to try and put him under pressure. Cross is put in, no one there. The laptop. Throw-in finds Kevin Thornton. Can he bring it away from Glasgow? Intercepts a long pass on the halfway line, finds Williams. He tries to return the ball to Glasgow. It's blocked well. Williams finds Cox. Cox will try and put it onto the right hand side, and Beckley will just about keep that one in. Beckley, he's got Thornton for company, tries to find Cox, Decory and Williams bringing down Barrett unfairly. And a forward ball now to Yates. Yates could score the equaliser. Cook puts it wide. United caught napping at the back. Yates could have easily had one himself, but decided to square it for Kieran Cook. He could only skew his effort wide. A chance wasted for Wednesfield. It could have easily been 1-1 before the break, and that certainly would have changed Terry Anderson's half-time team talk. We're into added time now at Sphinx Drive. Won't be too much of it. Goalkeeper hoofs that one away. Head forward by Powell. Number by Barrett. Cut out by Burgess. And now here's Kevin Thornton. Prinzel. Down left Beckley. He's got Mason behind him. But we'll find Ben Mackey. Thornton. Beckley wants it again down the right wing. Just a little bit too far for him. And it'll be shepherded away by Jones. Kept in. And he finds Reece Mason. And the referee blows for half-time. A solid display from Coventry United in the opening 45 minutes. Red and Greens had the lead thanks to a first home goal for Ben Mackey after some cracking work from Kevin Thornton and Mikael Beckley. Still a lot more to come, I'm sure, here at Sphinx Drive. A cracking opening period. We'll see what happens in the second half. For now, we're going to take a short break here on Hills FM Matchday as we swap over the laptop batteries. The halftime score at Sphinx Drive: Coventry United 1, Wednesfield 0. Stick with us, we'll be back in around 5 minutes.